Thank you for tuning in to my crazy top 15 today. Thank you for tuning in to Hard News TV4. I'm your host, Terri Lynn, and this is the channel where truth is like archaeology, and every day we're digging for it. Today is October 21st, 2020. I was out of pocket yesterday, y'all. Wait till you hear these top 15. Now, a faithful subscriber from Canada sent me this yesterday, and I told him this is definitely going on a video. So this is from 680news.com. I think this is out of Canada. VIA rail or via rail to require anyone not wearing mask provide a medical certificate. VIA Rail or Via Rail Canada is changing its mask mandate. As of November 9th, the rail service says it will ask anyone with a medical condition or disability that makes it difficult to wear a mask provide an official medical certificate along with a government issued ID, because there's been people wearing probably non-legitimate medical exemption thing. So now you have to prove why you can't wear a mask. VIA Rail explains that the medical certificate must clearly state the person's name and must specify that they have a current medical condition unrelated to the virus or any other infectious illness or a disability that prevents them from wearing a mask correctly. Lastly, they ask that the certificate be dated and issued by a healthcare provider on official letterhead. Okay, so you can't just wear a thing that claims exemption in Canada anymore. Now, the next 14 articles are just as troublesome. Article number 2 is from today, from State News or Stat News. CDC expands the definition of close contacts after studies suggest COVID, the virus, can be passed in brief interactions. So what that means is more people are going to get caught up in this track and trace mess. The virus headquarters, the CDC, on Wednesday expanded how it defines a close contact of someone with the virus as it released new evidence showing how the virus can be passed during relatively brief interactions. Previously, the virus's headquarters described a close contact as someone who spent 15 minutes or more within 6 feet of someone who was infectious. Now the agency says that someone who has spent a cumulative 15 minutes or more within 6 feet of someone who was infectious over 24 hours, even if the time isn't consecutive, according to an agency spokesperson. Close contacts are those who are tracked down during contact tracing and are recommended to quarantine. So they just expanded the net. Can y'all say dragnet? Right to privacy. This is article number 3. So now this track and trace app that they put on everybody's phones on underneath the health app, it's going to track and trace you, put you on quarantine, maybe put you in a camp. And now article number 3 says police in all 50 states are using secret tools to break into locked phones, and they're using them for cases as low level as shoplifting records show. This is from 3 hours ago from Business Insider. So let's say somebody steals a candy bar, and they're going to take your phone and get in your phone and know all your personal business, your contacts. So I mean, you might even not know your friend just stole a candy bar, but all of a sudden your business just got put in the police hands. This is getting unreal. More than 2,000 police departments across all 50 states have purchased high-tech tools that can crack into locked, encrypted smartphones, according to a new report. Wow. Once they break into someone's phones, police can use the technology to extract all of their information, including photos, text messages, contacts, and web browsing history. You know, the Bible says in the last days that which is done in secret is going to be shouted from the housetop. They are going to know all your business. You might not do anything wrong, but somebody in your contact list might do some minor little thing, and you are caught up in the dragnet, just like the Lyra's contact tracing dragnet has just expanded. That will put you on forced quarantine. Now, this is straight out of Tom Cruise movies. This is article number 4, or either like Jason Bourne or, Minority Report. Watch, this is from yesterday. Watch Atlanta police use drone to arrest murder suspect. Detectives with the Atlanta Police Department Homicide Unit used a drone to arrest a man suspected in the shooting death of Thomas Jefferson Byrd, an actor who appeared in several flicks directed by Spike Lee. The video of the incident, filmed from the drone's point of view, is dystopic and outlines law enforcement's increasing use of drones. Now, I have my questions about this. Atlanta Police Department published the dramatic video footage on Facebook on Friday. The law enforcement Facebook page wrote that the homicide detectives used Crime Stoppers tips and drone technology to arrest Byrd. So that article is pretty vague, but let's go to article number 5 about it. These are all the people that carried it. Video, Atlanta police used drone to arrest suspect. I wonder how it got in the house. The Atlanta Police Department released drone footage using a drone during apprehension of a suspect. So, it says the camera enters a second floor apartment with a damaged front door. This is getting wild. Atlanta police drone video shows moment suspect charged with murder. U.S. police fly drone into murder suspect's house during arrest. Y'all remember a couple of years ago when they were giving everybody permission to use drones? Well, this is what they're going to be like. Y'all remember in Minority Report, those little bitty drone spider type things fly all in the apartment complex and go underneath the doors and into people's houses and do iris scans on them? Y'all think I'm joking, but wait till y'all see some of these other articles. If y'all have made it this far, it's only going to get more and more better after this. This is article number 6. So we just saw the police breaking into your phone. We saw drones being used against you. Now they're predicting that robot judges are going to determine your guilt or innocence within the next 50 years. So that means they've been working on it. Now, I just heard about this today, reading another article, and I came across this. This is from September 8th. T-Mobile to give free internet to 10 million students in need. Now, doesn't that just sound so compassionate? 30% of K-12 public school students in the U.S. lack adequate internet connection at home. Now, do y'all think they're doing this out of the goodness of their heart? No, we are moving towards the connectivity of everything, the Internet of Things, scanning your irises, your biometrics, logging onto your computer by your hand or your eye, your face scans. And we know the B system is going to have to be universal all over the world. So they are giving their free trap into your house to make sure you're going to be able to come online and participate in their system. If we go into a cashless society, they want to make sure that you're able to boot up and get there. Because watch this. So when I read that, it brought back into memory this from July of 2018. Facebook is developing an internet satellite after shutting down the drone project. Facebook wants to beam down internet to people in third world countries. Facebook is wanting to give internet to poor people in third world countries. Facebook is continuing its initiative to develop hardware that beams down high-speed internet through its moving the effort to space. According to documents obtained by wire through Freedom of Information requests, the social network is working on an internet satellite that would efficiently provide broadband access to unserved and underserved areas throughout the world. Okay? So they're wanting to connect everybody to the internet. And you can't say I don't have the money for it. They'll give it to you for free. Now we're about to go to article number 9. Y'all stay to the end. This is why. Article number 9. Pentagon to dish out $600 million in contracts for 5G dual-use experimentation at 5 U.S. military sites, including to aid lethality. Okay? Why are they testing 5G on military installations, including aiding in lethality? Okay? Why, if this is not a weapon? Projects will include piloting 5G-enabled augmented virtual reality for mission planning and training, testing 5G-enabled smart warehouses, and evaluating 5G technologies to enhance distributed command and control. The U.S. military has partnered with more than a dozen companies for large-scale experimentation with 5G technology, including efforts to enhance the lethality of certain systems in what's slated to be a $600 million project, dubbing a 5G tech a I'm sorry, I can't hardly see. I'm in bifocals. Foundational enabler for all U.S. defense modernization. The Pentagon announced the massive research initiative on Thursday, which will hand hundreds of millions of dollars to 15 private contractors to conduct testing at 5 U.S. military installations. Does this seem a little concerning? So, as the Pentagon is testing 5G technology at military installations, this is article number 10. The Pentagon, this is from yesterday, from NextGov, Pentagon will move primary biometric systems to Jeff Bezos' Amazon cloud. The move means at least 2 of the government's biggest biometric databases will live in Amazon's web cloud services. Okay, the Defense Department wants to make major improvements to its biometric surveillance capabilities, starting with moving its databases and entire operational system to the cloud environment hosted by Amazon. So all of our personal biometrics, all of it, the entire system is going to Amazon. Now remember, I've talked about this before. Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world, pays no taxes. He works for the CIA. Now he's going to have all of our biometric information. Article number 11 from today. Patient in AstraZeneca's COVID virus vaccine trial dies. AZ has just revealed that the patient who died received a placebo, not the actual vaccine. Do you think that is a spin? I would say so. Article number 12. Millions of New Yorkers cannot afford food as hunger crisis worsens. In the 7th month of the virus pandemic, New York City is still in shambles with more than 500,000 residents unemployed as the small business collapse continues. Broadway is closed, Manhattan offices are empty as remote work dominates. Violent crime is surging, and an exodus of people from the city has created a perfect storm of economic chaos that will haunt many New Yorkers for years. The byproduct of the virus-induced economic downturn is food and housing insecurity for millions of people in the tri-state area. Deep economic scarring produced by permanent job loss has left many people in a bind. Some working poor may never recover, while others could take years. Now watch this. So we're hearing about all the problems in New York. This is article number 13 from NPR from yesterday. Ireland to impose a 6-week national lockdown, estimates 150,000 job losses. So they're about to be in a world of hurt. We've got 2 more articles. Article number 14 from yesterday, Yahoo News. New tool predicts risk of COVID hospitalization and death. The 5% of people in Britain predicted by a new tool to be at high risk from the virus accounted for 3/4 of deaths during the first wave of the pandemic, researchers reported Wednesday. This reminds me of that movie, Fifth Wave, and it was horrible. And I hate how now them calling this the first wave, the second wave. That movie was horrible. Okay, and so then now article number 15. This is from today. The new tyranny few even recognize. It's pretty much universally recognized that authorities use crisis to impose emergency powers that become permanent. This erosion of civil and economic liberties is always sold as necessary for your own good. Of course, the accretion of ever greater power in the hands of a few is for our own good. How could it be otherwise? Irony off. It's saying the world is changing so much and people can't even see it. But we've already talked about that on this channel. So let's do a quick recap. So now citizens in Canada are going to have to prove to their government why they cannot have a mask on, written on doctors' paper. The CDC is expanding their dragnet. Police now have a tool that can break into your phone and get all your information, even for misdemeanors. Now they're flying drones into your house, supposedly. So drones will be making arrests, and then robot judges will determine your guilt or innocence. Free internet to everybody on the planet to entrap them. Even sweet little demonic looking Mark Zuckerberg is contributing to the humanitarian cause of making sure everybody's going to be connected. The Pentagon is doing 5G dual use experimentation at military bases. The Pentagon, the U.S. Pentagon, the intelligence communities are moving all of your biometrics over to Jeff Bezos' cloud. And you ask why? Because Amazon is the biggest online retailer on the internet, okay? And they work for the government. You'll be able to use your biometrics to buy stuff from Amazon. Now, for a couple of days, we kept hearing that that a volunteer for the virus vaccine has died. And then they come out today and said, psych, it was just a placebo. Really? The Hunger Games are really about to start. Ireland is going on a national lockdown with more of their jobs being lost. A new predictive tool that's going to let them know who's going to get the virus. And lastly, People can't even recognize the new tyranny that has fallen on the world. The great delusion has fallen. Y'all please leave me your comments below and let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.